Alright, so we're going to look at equations today, different types. And at the end of the day, all an equation is really the same as making a pronumeral the subject of a formula. It's exactly the same idea. You know? Not exactly up there as a mind-blowing example, but more to illustrate a point. So you get something like x plus 3 equals 6. Now, of course, we can look at that and just get the answer. But what are we actually doing? I mean, there's different ways of thinking about equations. I personally think of it as like moving things around. So when I see something like that, x plus 3 equals 6, I'm thinking, well, that 3, that hasn't got any x in it, so I want to move it to the other side. So that way, everything that's got an algebra or a pronumeral, I'll have on one side and everything else will be on the other. So I'll move it over there. But the one thing I know is that when I start moving terms, when I move it through that equals sign, I've got to change the sign of the number. So it actually would be 6 minus 3 now. And so, okay, well, x equals 3. So that's sort of how I'm thinking about it when I see an equation. So something like 5z equals 45. Again, I want to get the z by itself. But for this one, I can't move it because there's not a plus or minus there. So I actually have to divide it. But I don't write divided by 5. I mean, that's the whole point of fractions. We write it as a fraction because that pretty much gives you the answer straight away. Now, in this case, the fraction simplifies down. Z equals 9. All right, something like this. I could expand the parentheses out first, or I could do the division first. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Which way did I go? I expanded it out first. Then I'm looking at it. I want to move the term. So the other side becomes 36. Now I want to get the a by itself. So divided by the 4, we get 9. So these are the sorts of things when we first looking at them. And then we thought, oh, let's make it real tricky. Oh no, there's pronumerals on both sides. So again, I'm thinking, okay, I just got to move things around. That 2 I want to put over there. That z I want to put on the left-hand side. So 2z is negative 11. And that's what I mean with the fractions. By doing it as a fraction rather than writing divided by, I've got the answer straight away. 11 on 2. Then we've got fractions where the pronumerals in the denominator. We could add the fractions together first, or I personally find it easier just to get rid of the fractions. So if you're going to do that, you multiply by that lowest common denominator. How do you work that out? Same as we saw the other day. If it's not there, put it down, that idea. So for this one, I want to multiply everything by 7y. And then, here we go, 19 on 21. Oh, fraction equal fraction. Quickest way of doing that, cross multiply through the equal sign. But that's only if you've got a fraction equaling a fraction. So multiply through the equal sign, and we get 3x plus 9 equals 10x minus 30. Moving things round, 39 on 7. There's a quick little recap of basic equations.